money and all the facts went to all those who act, and he was one of those who moved when he chose. He would push through those doors and stride through dark corridors that led to great wealth. To those who worked with stealth and risked everything fearlessly and even illegally, that was how it was done. By the very few, and he was one. A friend told Joe of a new network he should know. It was called Destination, but there was little information. You applied to prove you qualified. They carefully chose who got inside, but for the chosen few, the things they would do. Valuable business information, special apps, not to mention special dating services, and other exotics just for you. Joe filled the questionnaire and for 3 days was hanging there, then saw the message in his bin. He was in. Destination sent a text telling him what came next. Someone named Profitman said, "For you, I have a special plan. You're young, handsome, smart, already getting a head start. You get around, you take risks, and I think you can handle this. I want to introduce you to a woman you have to meet. If you're interested, let me know and I'll give you her rap sheet." This Joe could not ignore. He wrote back and asked for more. Profitman said yes. Mary is dark wilderness, savagely beautiful and strong. The dark night's her love song. She has seen your profile and she's intrigued with your style. Go to the Angels nightclub this Saturday after 10, and she will come find you. Believe me, you'll know when. Joe had been there before with its glowing blue decor and loud thumping dance floor, adjoining a dark corridor to rented private rooms where couples did their zoom. Joe went Saturday night and watched the ever-dancing lights and felt the shaking boom as he looked around the room. Someone tapped his shoulder. He turned to behold her, a beautiful dark-haired woman in a tight black leather dress, tattoos up her muscled arms and eyes dangerous. She smiled and said yes, let's go make a mess. They danced for a while. Her moves had sharp electric style, a smooth clicking machine, pulsing, convulsing, hypnotic, obscene. They danced fast and hard. Then Joe motioned to the bar and bought her a hefty drink. She downed it with a wink. "Come with me," said Mary. "Try something very, very." She walked him down the corridor and knocked on a metal door. Behind it, a red-lit room, decorated like a tomb. A bald man with sunglasses said, "How high, Mary? How's your head?" Mary said, Hi, John," held up 2 fingers, upon which John produced 2 little pills and smiled and said, "Chill." John left and shut the door, which Mary locked to make sure, and then they took the pills. As they waited for the thrill, had sex on the floor, wildly, and then some more. Revelation, Mary told Joe. Pretty soon you'll see the show. Joe saw on the red walls alien beings jump and fall, dancing to the club's beat, naked and rubbing for body heat, then moving toward a double door that opened wide and showed the core of a new world of flashing lines, of light forming, changing sides, architectural oddities, strange moving odyssey, people wearing sunglass phones with video cams and microphones. Some virtual reality feed guided them through the streets, so no one bumped with anyone and no one seemed to meet. Everybody danced and smiled. It went on for quite a while. and then began to fade away as Joe and Mary naked lay. Mary asked him what he saw, and Joe described it with awe. That's the future, she said, now indelibly in your head. She told him what she recalled, the ruins of a shopping mall she walked through late at night in smoke beneath the blue lights, a stark and beautiful sight. Mary stood, zipped her dress, said, well, Joe, what's your guess? What's this strange new wilderness? She kissed him, got up and left. Joe found his clothes and dressed. He waited, no return. He felt the glowing afterburn. He got up and searched. Then on a bar stool perched, he was alone. And finally he went home. The next day, Profitman sent a message asking how it went. Said Mary ravished meeting Joe and his amazing revelation flow of future understanding, clearly demanding inner circle status and destination. Joe took this information and glowed in the invitation. She said Joe was stunning, just hit the ground running. He had to see her again, but when? Profitman said, soon, my friend, but first there's business to attend. Destination's IPO for inside investors, Joe. Joe said he would jump and laid down a sizable lump. Destination's stock shot up. Joe put more in the cup. It flowed over. He put more in. The stock continued to rise again. Mary's text said, it's true, I was spiked to meet you. Our sex, visions, what you knew, you and I have things to do. I'm currently far away, my flame, on faraway business games. But I'll come soon and we will play. I'll yearn for you until that day. There was a message from John for more pills to vision on. Pricey, but Joe bought in. The package came with dozens. Revelation on weekends, then weekdays after work. Intense visions short-lived, and there danger lurked. He soon needed to double the dose to get the same effect. As visions turned darker, with cityscapes wrecked, explosions under red skies, a journey for which Joe relied on more revelation pills and bigger bills. He returned to the angel's lair, hoping to see Mary there. He met others, but none compared to the unfettered thing they'd shared. More money into destination, the stock still magically rose. If Joe felt somewhat naked, he also wore new clothes. Destination sold glasses like those in Joe's first vision. He bought a pair with programs that would further his mission. In futuristic landscapes full of strange machines, light shows with music that entered his dreams. Then destination stock shot down, online sales not gaining ground, displeasing financial masters. Joe asked about this disaster. Profitman called it a dark valley. Faith was Joe's best ally. For his faith, Joe's stock was double, but now he must fight the trouble with a dangerous secret act to get destination back on track. If Joe did what he had to do, his stock would double again when through. The future was a virtual place where the physical was replaced, but it needed to be hastened along by believers faithful and strong. Joe was that kind of man to see the lay of the land. The physical enemy trapped us all, symbolized by the shopping mall where people wandered lost cow spent money on here and now. The future was only online, giving vision to the blind. Joe must blow up a mall to make Christmas sales fall. All the equipment and all the plans would be sent into Joe's hands. Mary herself would help with this. She sent Joe a virtual kiss. Said she longed to love him too, could stay when this was through. Joe quickly agreed, and soon came a regular feed of large packages to his door. Radio-controlled bombs and more. He assembled everything and waited for the timing. On the scheduled night at the chosen place, Mary, in wild and wicked grace, stepped from a black van, and over to Joe she ran. They embraced and kissed hard, then pulled themselves apart, loaded up the bombs, and the mission was on. The mall was closed late at night. They placed the bombs around the site. They drove away to wait and proceeded to medicate, taking revelation pills and then waiting for the kill. Joe pushed the button down, and then the explosion drowned every other sound around as the fireball rumbled and mall walls crumbled. Joe and Mary watched the sight, had sex in the van by the light. Then Mary drove Joe back home and told him he must stay alone until the coast was clear, and then she would come here. Joe felt exultant. He could not sleep that night, drunk with anticipation of the news of daylight. He had risked it all with the woman of his dreams. They had succeeded together, and forever it seemed there would be this secret memory of what they had done, a revolutionary act known by no one. The news was quickly shown of the many bombs blown in malls around the country by people unknown. An orchestrated event. What was the message sent? Joe's investment doubled as destination promised. In that sense, the deal was completely honest. But when would Mary return? Joe waited and burned as public speculation about the bombs turned. When he tried to reach Profitman, there was no reply, and no word from Mary as the weeks went by. When he asked at destination, no one had heard of them. He checked his messages again, all gone as if they'd never been. Joe wondered what he'd done, for whom I, now shunned he could talk to no one. He had been complicit, just look at the mirror and kiss it. He triple dosed revelation pills to get the virtual reality chills, but when he tried to order more, his desperation was ignored. Joe's constellation was the stock rise of destination. Up and up the market went, his holdings more significant. The mission was now done for the insider who won. But his inside days were over like a racehorse led to clover. A horse unsaddled sent away, while elsewhere bigger